There's no spot to sit the camera over here. Yikes. People are looking at it like it was gold. I better go grab it. Let me get some views. All right, where are we? Anyone know? You guys know where we are. Come on now. All right, wait. Let me give you all the views. Bonk. Of course, I tried to connect to their Wi-Fi in there. It's next to impossible because they got that locked down. I mean, it connected, but you know, it's like you couldn't send a Word document using that. So let's see. How's the connection? Yeah, connection's looking pretty decent. Let me show you where we're gonna go before I drop an intro. This is like afternoon, daytime-ish. This guy's hawking. What is he hawking? I don't know. I think he's hawking something. That's where we're gonna go. Down there. We haven't paid a visit to the Sphere in a while, so we're gonna go check that out. They made a lot of progress in the past like 2 months, so that's cool. Let me see if I can actually find somewhere. All right, because I want to talk to you. I want to say hello to everyone. All right, let's see. Maybe a planter. Let's see, is this planter stable enough? Whoa, barely. Wait, hold on. I'll find a spot. Don't worry. I'll find a spot. I'll find a little spot. Oh, that's a spot. Oh, that's a good view, too. What up? Well, you're looking up my nose a little bit. I don't see chat popping up. Let me just trigger that real quick so I can keep on top of the what's what. That ought to do it. So how's everyone doing? Got done earlier than expected today. I got done like 1 o'clock. I've been up since like 4:35, so I got what I wanted to get accomplished. I figured, let me come see my friends. And I got some business to conduct over here at the Palazzo. Some BrorNation get-together 2023. Well, I should stop saying that. Well, the BrorNation get-together 2023. In full effect, March 20th through the 23rd. So I got some business to conduct at the Palazzo concerning that, and everyone will hear the result of that hopefully today if I get the reply we're looking for. But in the meantime, let me say hello to a few people as you look at what's that, the Wynn over there. Sandy, shalom, back to you. 122 people already kicking on. Nice. Yeah, I think this is the last of my like Christmassy, wintry looking stuff because today, although it is dark and gloomy out, it did go up to 63 degrees. So I wasn't even wearing a sweater prior to that. I just had, you know, kind of like this dress thermal going. I just tossed this on at the last minute. So let's see. Not leaving Las Vegas. I appreciate you, Steven. That's cool. Dropping the 2 banana rounds. That's awesome, awesome. Zach, Chris, Nat, and Frank. Great Dane Mom, Enrique, Janice. Who else? Joseph. I already said a shalom. Let's see. Don. Tamika, Stan. Rod, Miss Google, Sherry. Okay, I gotta scroll too far back because there's too many of these there. So thank you, but I'll catch up with everyone. So we're gonna walk down to the Sphere. We haven't done that in a while, and we'll see what progress is being made over there. It looks significant. Can't wait. Mark Brooks already announced he's playing over there in, I think, 3rd quarter. So I assume it has to be done by then. We'll see. And we're going to enjoy there was 2 amazing sunsets over the past 2 nights in about, what time is it? In about 30, 35 minutes. We'll see if we can catch another one because it's real cloudy. We might get that fire in the sky activities. So I'm excited about that. Well, I appreciate you being here, Steven. That is absolutely awesome, and I hope you're having a blessed day too. John York with the 2 banana rounders. So let me drop an intro real quick and say something like, Bror Fredrik coming at you with a live video here between the V and the P and the Wynn core. We're going to walk around. We're going to go see the Sphere. We're going to talk. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time, and I'm glad you're here with me. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and especially hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is 2 to 5 times a week. And if you'd like to support the channel, you could do what Steve from Not Leaving Las Vegas did. Drop me a super chat. Super thanks after clicking on any links in the description below. And definitely go check out Steven's channel, Not Leaving Las Vegas, for more Vegas and lifestyle content. Go check him out. Cool dude. All right, so bags in the reel, kicking it off with the 3 Bananaраmas. All right, I'm going to turn this around. Let me not leave my phones all over the place. Let me not give you the nostril view. Feel like I'm raw dogging everyone. All right, that's me. That's you. And let's see Las Vegas. Let's go on the wide activities. You know what? I got the exposure down. Let me pump that up. How much are we going to pump it up? How about 1 EV? 1 EV looks good. When it gets dark, we'll crank it down again. There we go. Now we can see everything. Where did I say we were going? I forgot already. Oh yeah, I remember where we're going. I don't know where she's going. She looks happy to do so. Let's see. We're gonna go see. Wow, there's a massive delay today. I don't know what that's all about, but the picture looks pretty dang good, so I guess that's cool. We're gonna go see the Sphere. Let's go check it out. There's no convention of note to speak of, so we should be having pretty decent connection. So, it's only one way to find out. Winning at the Wynn's. I always get, like, I don't even play that much at the Wynn. But hella high water, they gave me 75 or 150 bucks, like a month. You know? I mean, I do use it, I'm not saying no. But yeah, it's kind of cool. In free play. I'm not talking like credits or nothing like that. In free play. And I don't give them all that much action. It's the only place that treats me like, you know, with some, I wouldn't say respect isn't the word I'm looking for. With some financial rewards, being that I'm a local. I mean, it's either 75 or, like, rotate, 75, 150, 75, 150. Depends what I do with the 75, whether I get the 150. But, you know, I'll take it. I think that's kind of freaking awesome. I don't get free play from any of these places in town. Nothing. Get like a 5K hand pay from the Palazzo, and they're like, would you like a coffee? We'll give you the good stuff this time. You know, they're a trip. So I'm not complaining. Look at these towers. Look at that. Look at all that stuff. Edge computers, private 5G. It's freaking sexy. That's the other world I live in. I mean, I don't climb those poles or anything. I just play a minuscule role in the goings-on behind the scenes. Let's say hello to the ladies. Hey ladies, how you doing today? Everything good? Okay, good to see you again. All right, cool. Town's been like uber quiet lately. Very, very quiet. But it is the week after. Well, it's the week after the week after New Year's. That's kind of to be expected. I put another 2 videos up. They're not really for the views. They're for posterity's sake, kind of. I put up another, let's see, the day 7 of the shutdown drive, because I just like to see my prognostications, as I was saying, which turned out to be fairly accurate. I think the video that I'm probably going to put up tonight was about how the powers that be were deeming businesses essential versus non-essential. And at that point, I did not know I was going to be deemed non-essential. So that was kind of beat. You know, imagine my surprise when I was told I was out of business. Well, I got 6 seconds. So that was kind of interesting to look back on all that. I could have waited until, you know, March on the actual anniversaries to do all that, but, you know, whatever, it's up there. I gotta work when I have the time. Because those videos were originally Facebook Lives at like 360 resolution. It's like tweaking them and trying to make them look half-ass decent, sort of a challenge. You digging them, Sherry? That's cool. 5 Bananamas from Horatio Drent for the coffee fund. Yeah, I'm gonna go get me some Wynn coffee. Cause they got the good stuff in there with the stirrer sticks and whatnot. And it's strong. It is like, if you have a heart condition, don't drink Wynn coffee strong. That's just my opinion, lawyers. I wouldn't. If I had a heart condition, I wouldn't drink it. Because it is like, whoa. The other night, me and my buddies was hanging out at, we at the Aria High Limit Room. And we drank 2, what the heck were they? Like Americanos, where it's like a regular coffee, except it's made with espresso. And we knocked out of there like 1 a.m. And I'm laying in bed with like my eyes wide open. I'm like, oh, I think I'll take some Tylenol PM. You know, that's like drug addict level stuff, you know? Like going up, coming down, going up, coming down. But yeah, it put me to sleep, but it put me in this weird suspended animation. Like the final scene of Gladiator, where he was like barely floating across the ground. One of the best cinematography shots ever done. I felt like that the whole night. This guy think I'm following him? I ain't following him. Yeah, picture looking pretty on point. I'll give it that much. We've been doing good. I made a couple more little tweakages here and there. I'm not rocking the 60 frames per second anymore. That's like pointless. You know, at 720 it adds a little something, but so I dropped that down. So I'm squeaking out a couple more megabits. Wow, look at that. That's nuts. So they're gonna be able to turn that I'm reading all comments. Nostradamus. Well, I give you so many shots up my nose when I start off the intros. That should be Nostradamus. My nose is a good raw dogger. Let's raw dog these police, see what they're up to. Nothing. He's playing around with his Apple Watch. The signal over here might get squirrely until we pass this, but it looks alright so far. I'll cross the traffic if I have to. When a convention gets out over here, this is a total S show, you know what I'm saying? It's like horrendous. I've sat at this intersection and watched the light change like 5 times, and I'm only 10 cars back. This is rough. Union guys on the job. I'm trying to think if I had any Vegas news to catch you up on. I keep, saying I start these segments and then I drop all the information during the lives. So it sort of takes the wind out of my sails to make a separate video. Rah. This is where that's Wynn staff parking over there. That is an enormous facility. So they got to go across that bridge right there to get into work. They have to walk like 4 miles to go clock in. That's gonna beat, because the actual Wynn parking garage is not that big. I'm not feeling crossing right now, but I am anyway. Three Maxon with the 7 ripe Canadian Bananaramas. Thank you very much appreciated. Glad to have you here. Glad to have everyone here. Love you guys. Good. I see you. Alright, let's go check out this construction site. We usually walk the center median. I think we have to do that to take the whole thing into perspective. What are these guys working so late for? They actually have 2 shifts on the job now? They usually kick off at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. Yeah. Let's play Danger Mouse and walk over here. Yeah, this ought to keep me safe. Got 9 inches of concrete. Alright, let me, this definitely doesn't feel safe. So let's keep an eye on that traffic light. And let's hop up here. Rah. Alright, there we go. Look at this thing. Holy cow. That's badass. Look at that flock of birds. Can you see that? It's like a couple thousand something. That looked apocalyptic. Let's watch the cars go by. Yeah, I want to go touch it too. Actually, I want to make it off this island in one piece. No, I'm good. How come it's wider on this side? But look at this thing. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how this works. So we park over there somewhere, and then we come down this tunnel, and then we enter over there, pay our $500, $600, $700, $800 to get inside, and then we go up in there. They should have Thunderdome. They should have what's her name? Tina Turner officiating. Why not? That's crazy. And there's probably 3 guys building it. One of them's over there. You can see him in the background. The 3 TOs, hard at work, building every property in Las Vegas. Shout out 3 TOs. They're not done yet, because if they were, all these cranes would be up in the air like this one is. Because at the end of the day, that has to be done. Otherwise, fools be jumping in there, playing games. We got to get to the other side, because I can't walk over there no more. They closed off the sidewalk and put some like federal penitentiary level barbed wire up there. Let me see if there's any cars coming. Is there not? Okay, rah. Okay, back in this. Oh, we could just walk over here. Nice. Tina Turner died? Well, I still say she should do it. What the heck? Oh. I was wondering what that was. It's the bullet train to California. Oh, no, that's right. They keep talking about it. They never do it. That's on the wide angle, too. I'm at, like, almost 2x, and that thing is, like, enormous. Whoa. Dude. Yeah, I forget some of these people have probably been to happy hour, so I guess I should keep an eye on them. Because, I got those squirrel-like reflexes. If one of them bumps the curb, I'm out of here. Chwa! Yeah, Elvis Presley's daughter had a heart attack. You notice all the amount of kids that are dropped just here in Las Vegas. In the past week, 3 teenagers died during doing like physical sports type stuff, flag football, and something else. And nobody's saying what we're all thinking, you know what I'm saying? Along with the NFL dude who dropped, oh, that's just because, well, So no one's saying it, so I guess I can't. But we're all thinking it. I wonder if they had the... You know what I'm saying? Just is what it is. Why is it affecting young people? Where's the common denominator? Can we talk about that? No, we can't. But I think it's a common denominator. Just 3 here in Las Vegas this week. Poor families. These poor kids didn't even get a start in life. We're talking like 16, 17, and 18, I think they were. I feel so bad, you know, that's horrible. I'm not like, you know, joshing on them or ragging on them, but something is afoul. And all from the same thing. That's pretty awesome. Look at the size of that crane. Oh, those cranes are knocking boots up there. Or is that like one big crane? It's a mega crane. It's Megatron. I want to stick the camera over there once the traffic. I don't see a hole in the fence. They did a good job of blocking this off. Almost as good as when the F1 cars were in town, when they blocked everything off so you couldn't see. This is the ass end of the Wynn property. Oh, someone chained their bike up over there. What up? Like, why would you leave a bicycle there? Where you going that you need to leave your bike? Maybe he's hustling on the strip. Left his bike over there. What is that? Alright, let's hop back up here. Alright, you ready? Rock. That wasn't an age grunt. That was legitimately 40 inches tall. Look at this. That's pretty boss. I don't know what that is. That's some other structure. What a giant crane. They should just let me on the property. Let me chill out. Alright. I think we've seen enough of it. It's like the back end of the strip no one ever gets to see. Let's go on the other side. Let's walk along the fence. Let's go check out that bicycle. They put a lot of effort into making this look nice, what no one ever gets to see. You see that? That's pretty sexy. I want fences like this around my place. Nice bike. Shout out bicycle. Oh, that was cinematic. Did you see that? That was a move. That was patented. Yeah, it's a bait bike. I saw this one, like it was from like Brazil or something, where the guy rigged the bait bike with like a phony seat that the minute you sat on it, how would I say, the pole, the rod came through the seat as you sat on it in your nether regions. And I was like, this has to be bogus. I think it was a Facebook reel. There's all sorts of weird stuff on there, mostly like OF advertisements, at least on mine, you know. Like, I'm just surprised. I've legitimately seen naked women in my Reels feed, but they're worried about, you know, things that I say. It's like, geez. Anyway, yeah. So you sat on the bike and you got the surprise of your life, or bucket list, one or the other. I was like, whoa. And then they have the other one where they like electrify people. What is this? RTC helping you, what? Beat the triple digit temps. Alright, cool. Join the raffle? What's a raffle for? But I like this fence. Oh, there goes the bullet train to California again. Oh, never mind. They're never doing that. Wouldn't that be cool to have a bullet train to California? Maybe this is this dude's bike. Probably is. I bet it is. Yeah, I think it's his. Whoa, I almost slipped on that sign. That was 420 in the house. I didn't raw dog it. I just sniffed it. It's getting dark already. Holy cow, what time is it? It's so early to be this dark. But hopefully we get treated to a decent sunset. Yeah, I should walk on the monorail, right? Who's gonna stop me? But how do we get up there? Look at the 5G. There it is. You see the 5G sitting up there too? But that's not accessible to like the average person. Like I have, I have other things I could tap into that if necessary. But yeah, it's just private. It's private. For companies, for businesses, for the city of Las Vegas, all that type of stuff. Look at this. Look at this here. You see all that? That's not the infrastructure. That's not the consumer infrastructure. What are we waiting for here? They're giving something away? Free donuts? This guy seems to think so. What are they giving away? Everyone's waiting. I want one too. Excuse me. I have 0 seconds left. It's a book. $227 people. That's awesome. For an afternoon, I like to do the afternoons. We did one last week. They're not, by far, they're not the most popular, but I just feel good doing them. I like to see things during the daylight. I hope we sneeze. Let's not breathe. I was holding my breath. That's how I roll. See someone sneeze, I hold my breath. Close my eyes. Like, what the actual F is this thing? Look at that. There's all sorts of stuff we don't know about. Let's read it. Do not climb. Had no intention. Let's see. Let's get up here. Ooh. So I'm getting highly irradiated right now. On this tower, radio frequency. Oh. Yeah. It's like you could probably fry a chicken if you put it up there. Far out. Look at this manhole sitting in the middle of nowhere. So I showed you the interesting stuff in Vegas, right? This is what you want to see. Hey, Bror Fredrik, just show us the fountains. Quit your lollygagging. But you never know. You might need to escape down that manhole cover. And if it wasn't for me, you'd never know. What's here? What's this? I know I'm gonna get, if I F around too much, like the Wynn is one of those F around and find out type of scenarios, because technically they own the sidewalk here. Thank you, Rod. They legitimately own everything up until right there is their property. So they make the rules. And that's a lot of things what people don't know. And the Venetians the same way. They own the sidewalks. Not every property does, right to the curb, but a lot of them do. And that was just something that they worked out with the city. Like, I once was taking a picture of, what the heck was it? It was just like the most perfect sunset. And I took one from the bridge. I didn't like the refraction of the glass. So I was like, and I had my, wasn't a Manfrotto. I think I had my Benro carbon fiber tripod. And I just dropped it, all 3 legs, on the Wynn sidewalk. And granted, they know me. It's not like I'm a stranger. And 1, 2, 3, 5 people came out. Of different ranks and authority. And they're like, hey, Bror Fredrik, what the actual F are you doing? I'm like, I just gotta get this picture. You seeing that? And he's like, you don't have your phone on you? I'm like, all right, I'm out. But like, seriously. Like, they watched me fold it up and they're like, good boy, good boy. That's blue AF. Yeah, Wynn, you F around, you find out. It's probably got the tightest security. You know, I was reading in one of like the Las Vegas, I'm swinging my arm, so I got to catch up on the chat in a minute, but Donna Turner with the 25 banana round, is that I will turn the camera around for. Hold everything. We got to seize that. I want to see if there's a message attached. That's way back. Is it? Or it hasn't popped up on my side yet. That's weird. I didn't see any message attached to it, but thank you very, very much. Most appreciated. I saw in one of the Vegas chats, like, you know, love Las Vegas, I love, you know, one of those Las Vegas Facebook groups, and they were like, someone said, I really don't feel comfortable going in the Wynn, you know, it doesn't seem like my kind of crowd, and, you know, almost like humming the theme from, you know, I got friends in low places and whatnot. And I'm just like, look at that, look at the views. Is that a view of what? Wait, let me get it, let me frame it up for you. That is a shot. Wait, I could sell that, hold on, let me get it right. Bam! I can sell that shot. Well, you can sell it. But, like, don't think like that, you know? Don't think like that. Just think, you know, walk down this side of the street like you own it. Look at that side like you want to buy it. You know, that's the key to life. Like, this doesn't look like the Rio, right? This doesn't look like a Caesar's property. Granted, you know, it's all, like, well kept. Like, they sweep the dirt over here and everything. Beautiful grass. I mean, yeah. Like, they probably breathe on these plants every day like this to help them grow. Yeah, all right, cool. But it doesn't mean you don't belong there and you're not going to fit in, because I'll tell you what, they don't know how much money you got in your pocket. They want to know. They want to know how much money you got in your pocket, so you might as well let them guess, you know? Walk around like you belong in there. Go sit down on the high limits, have one of them high-octane coffees. You know? F it. That's another misconception about, you know, most high-limit rooms. You could just go and have a drink, have a coffee, chill the F out. You know, people are hanging out with me in the audience there, you know, you can attest to that. You know, we didn't go dressed up like Diamond Jim to sit in the, you know, Bellagio high-limit room. We just freaking sat down and chilled the F out. Nobody questioned experience, you know. Just because you're staying at Excalibur, don't limit yourself to the other beautiful things in Vegas like this. I gotta restart my other phone. It's so slow to rotate. Look at that bonk. Yeah, and the other weird thing is Wynn is probably the loosest place in town. But people don't want to come up here, you know? They're like, oh, it's too hoity-toity. Well, alright. But it is the loosest place in town. Looser than any local joint. Looser than, you know, Dottie's down Sahara. You know? It's yeah, it is. Ain't gonna lie. I keep telling people that. And they I mean, if they're giving me $75 to $150 a month in free play by going there and just playing the free play and hanging out and not even barely using my card except when I'm using the free play, it kind of like behooves everyone to be like, huh, free play? I mean, I know you guys get it elsewhere, but, you know, for me as a local, that's like, phew. That's a big deal. I can't go this way because of the amount of the music, so we're going to go the other way. What time is it? 5:07. Not bad at all. I think it's almost time to drop the exposure. Oh, I see the beginnings of a pretty sexy sunset. But I kind of like the blue right now. You know what that's called, right? Look at that shot. Bam. Wait, let me frame it for you. Let me frame it for you. Bam. Uh-oh, he's making a deal. He's pulling the trigger.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
He's pulling the trigger. He's negotiating. I want to listen. Yeah, that's the makings of a sunset. But that's nautical twilight, in case you ever wanted to know. When the sky is blue like that. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna go get some on the way out the door. Which way are we going? Is she listening to me? I think she's listening to the show. She's like, that's Bror Fredrik.
We got a zombie room, a wizard room, even a time machine and haunted manor. Check out the panic escape room inside Palazzo Grand Canal shop.
Oh yeah, that's right. They opened that room over there. And they're starting to let people up. See, this is the cleanest bridge. Tell me it's not. You see this? They always keep these bridges the cleanest. Why? Because there's the V and the P and the Wynn core. Alright, let's go down in front there. It's freaking clean AF. Look at this. No, I wasn't talking to you, young lady. I've seen those already. Look at that. Yeah, they got an escape room inside there. I don't know if I would do well in an escape room. I think I would be more into, like, blunt force than using my noggin, you know what I'm saying? I might be like, you know, we could, like, kick our way through. Come on, guys, let's do it. We just knock this wall down. Everyone else would be like, no, we first have to figure out the riddle. I mean, riddle me this. I'm kicking my way out. I don't think I would play well in an escape room. Just me. Like, I don't play well in haunted houses neither. Don't come at me with that frickin' plastic chainsaw. Alright. Oh, that's so nice and blue. But we're still gonna drop the exposure in a minute. Right, Great Dane, Mom? Just like, phew. I'm coming with like a Gerber frickin' multi-tool. I don't want to solve riddles. Lock me somewhere. Be prepared for anything. I don't handle that well. Look at these views tonight. I guess I should be leaving the exposure up a little bit after dark. It's frickin' sexy. Look at these here views. Bam. Look at that. That's hot. Then they're trying to build like a permanent horror exhibit like this. Okay, Vegas is at a peak right now. So of course, every company on earth, you know, wants to try to get a piece of the action. Look at it. They even sweep the dirt over here. So they're talking about what they're going to do and all the plans. Like, I would say 1 out of 10 is going to happen. 1 out of 10 restaurants you hear that is going to open will actually open. 1 out of 10 activities will actually open. Because once they actually crunch the numbers, because the financial reward is actually starting to dwindle a little bit, you know, year over year. So, you know, the accountants will kind of rein in the irrational exuberance. Oh, that's such a nice view. But they want to open like a permanent, like, haunted horror experience here in Las Vegas. And I'm like, I know people love Halloween and all that, and, you know, unless it's zombies. If it has to do with zombies, like, I always wanted to take a hotel room, like an abandoned hotel, like the Travel Lodge before they knocked it down or whatever that shithole was, and just, like, flood it with zombies and give everyone paint guns, you know? And if the zombie got to bite you, like, they wouldn't have to bite you hard, like a little love nibble, you know? But if they got a love nibble on you, you were out and you were dead. What's going on, man? We'll come visit him later. But you know, you got paintball guns and you had to survive, and the ratio would be like 100 to 1. And you'd have to make sure you paintball them in the head. Otherwise, they ain't dead. They can still come and nibble on your ear. That would be fun. That would be fun. That I would do. Zombies. Like Saw level stuff. It's gratuitous. I've seen enough violence in my life. I don't need gratuitous violence against other humans. Seen enough. Let's check out the views. Speaking of zombies, I binge watched the living F out of season 11 of The Walking Dead. Binge watched the F out of it. I was up until like, I told you I got up at like 5:30 this morning. I was up until 3:30 watching it. I watched like 6 of the episodes. It was 24 altogether. And there's no way that's going to be the last scene. Why would they toss that scene with Michonne and Rick at the end with helicopters, and she's like going full-blown samurai against who knows what? Why would they dump that in there and not have a season 12? You know, that would have been the dumbest ending besides The Sopranos if that's the case. But they say that's the last season, so what do I know? But holy cow, I mean, that was a... What are we doing? I ain't jumping in front of you, bro. You do you. But that freaking... It was a slow start on those 24 seasons, but man, was that an emotional roller coaster. Now I'm freaking jumping in front of people. Oh, I guess I'm not. Now I am. Bro. That was an emotional roller coaster. I mean, those people just can never catch a break. And then the end, the last like 4 episodes, that's why I binge watched them, because I just felt it had to be watched together or not at all. Holy cow. Like I'm pointing the camera at the traffic. I don't know why. I should be pointing my face at the traffic. But that was intense. I mean, you know, emotionally invested in this group of people since 2010, and to see it come to a culmination. I mean, I felt sad at the end of that, just like I did at the end of the 100, which is another fantastic series that went beginning to end and never got canceled. It was just phenomenal. You can go check that out. The 100. But yeah, I was like, yeah, I hear you. But yeah, it was a Negan, you know. Oh my goodness, it was just a total freaking roller coaster. You're watching the Whisperers. Yeah, I mean, they incorporated everything. They had to whisper up some herds, and it was just intense. Watching everyone have to, work with Negan, and I don't even want to drop no spoilers, but it's freaking deep. It's deep AF. Look at these views. Are we serious? Are you serious? Isn't that what the kids say? Are you serious right now? Look at that. Bam. That's freaking boss. Midnight is doing awesome, and thank you for those 5 Bananaramas. Midnight, I figured out that she's very, very young. It's a she. I went and looked. I had to. I didn't want to call it, I didn't want to, misgender it, get canceled. So I had to go look. And it turns out it's a she. I never had a she dog. Well, I had one she dog. And I never had a she cat. But it's a she. And different personality. Like all my other male cats, I've had 3, never ate out of my hand. And this one will eat right out of my hand. It's like My last one was like a dog, so I interacted with him. Look at this shot. Holy cow. Interacted with him like a dog. This one is like all down with the cuddles and like kissing, and I'm not big on kissing cats, you know. Like, I fear the amoebas and stuff, but look at this shot. I got a picture like this on Fine Art America, but the colors of this are just incredible. But everyone will see it on the next live stream from the studio. The only problem that I have is, again, the two male cats I had never climbed on anything, and this cat like climbs on stuff. It spends most of his time. He's not like living inside per se, but look at that. Look at these freaking shots I'm giving you. Bam! Look at this. Let's do this one. We're getting a little like curvature of the earth activity there. Either that or the lens. That's freaking nice. Look at that. Still like lives outdoors, but I made him a box, and I lined it with cloth and I made him like a little house, and she chills, has a good time. I think I'm gonna go get it like neutered, so all the male cats don't come creeping around simping for her. Look at this. Jeez Louise. Can you believe I just said that? Jeez Louise. Look at this. But thank you for asking. Doing absolutely awesome, and I will send you a picture soon. Black like midnight. Doesn't shed. I don't know what breed it is, but that would have been a no-go for me. My last cat was a Balinese, didn't shed, non-allergenic. This one too does not shed, even though it's black. I don't know what breed it is, but not one hair anywhere, because that's the worst, you know. You just like constantly gotta like, use a lint brush. It's a little bit embarrassing when you go out. Wasn't this running the other night? What the heck happened? Someone drank all the water. Kind of digging this. Well, Frank named it. Frank named the cat Midnight already. So Midnight is the winner. We can still rename my buffalo. Why are they playing? They used to play like Italian cafe music here. Now they're playing like Pitbull or some nonsense. No offense to those who like Pitbull, but you know what I'm saying. He don't hold a candle to no Italian cafe music. Drop the exposure in a bit, and I'll give you a taste of both worlds. But look at that. Look how blue, just ridiculously blue it is. There was no true sunset, so I couldn't show that to you. It just went out with sunsets here only last, between like 3 and 5 minutes because of the mountains. Once it ducks behind the mountain, it's all up. Getting all the views. I want to go up in that tower. They should put a restaurant up there. Like Bavette's open a second location up there. The water is so calm. Look at that. The water is absolutely still. Yeah, when I was in Florida, I used to brush the Balinese cat because Florida had fleas. So I wouldn't, he knew he was not stepping foot in the house until he got brushed. And he became okay with it over time. It was just like a ritual. Last thing you want in your house is fleas. In Florida, it was at least where I was full of fleas. Ooh, this is a little ski vox over here. They should throw some tidy bowl in there. I will post a picture of Midnight. Yeah, they need to get busy over here. What's this all about compared to the other side. I guess this is like the waiting area. It's the waiting pool. We rarely come over here. Let's see how the signal holds up. She's got one of her chesticles out. Wonder where this door goes. I always wonder everything. I just freaking wonder. Let's see. I see something. I see chairs. Oh, that light just... Yeah, see, they're not taking care of this side. The other side's perfect. Oh, you put the... Yeah. That's what I used to do with my dog in Florida. I used to have to dose him. He was like 115 pounds. He used to eat like, you know, a box of those Revolution things on the back of his neck. But out here in Vegas, I mean, there's bugs now. Maybe 10 years ago, there was no bugs. Like, not a cricket, not nothing. You know, like, no insect life existed out here. Now, it's different because of all the artificial water and everyone wanting green lawns. So they exist. And the humidity is higher. Look at these views. Look at this view. Last time I encountered fleas was, let's see, well, Spirit Airline has them. Lawyers, just my experience. This is a nice tunnel. Hello, 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 hello. And let's see, where's the other place I found? Okay, see, I can't say they don't have them, but they seem to be isolated to the theater down in the IMAX theater down in town center. When I left them, my legs were bit the F up. And I know what that is from being in Florida. Just bit the F up. So cannot recommend. Your experience may be different, lawyers. But I got bit up. Yeah, exactly. The movie theater. I'm glad you guys remember. I'm glad you guys follow along in my life. That's kind of cool. I did a live right after that. I was just like, I just got devoured by insects I couldn't see that were leaping all over me during the remake of Dune. It was like, seriously? Alright, where are we going? What time is it? Can we actually catch a... No, it's too early. It feels like it's 9 o'clock at night. It's only 5:25. What up? What up with that? I still want to walk across the street. Or should we explore more imagery of the beautiful Venetian? Yeah, let's do that. Oh, this guy's got more balls than I do. He can't even freaking close his legs. I was waiting. Alright. Let me man up and cross with him. Rah, there we go, bro. Let's do it. I'm telling you, almost getting splattered behind Circus. Made me think different. At least when I have this tripod by gimbal, because it's bigger, I have to think a little more. It's a little more distracting. 10 times smoother, still more distracting though. Oh, look, a herd of skunk scooters. There's a whole herd of them over here. Check it out. They're all like matching. Anyone got keys in them? Nope. Got some water. I could use some water. Look at these views. Like, no one, does people actually take the time to appreciate things like this? Like, look. I mean, I know you can go inside all this stuff. I don't know who you gotta know to do so. Maybe I know. Oh, what is this? Is this something new? No, it's probably been here for 20 years. I just never looked at it before. The legendary photo of the Rat Pack. This is where they stood? I am oh, no way. How did I not see this? I am such a sucky Las Vegas vlogger. What the actual F? This here's their footprints? Which one? Okay, let's see where. Alright, so this is, okay. We're standing where Sammy was. Whoa, no way. No freaking way. That's cool. Alright. Dean, let's check out the Dean activities. Oh, he was wearing like high heels, bro. He was getting that extra 2 inches. I see what's going on there. Does he look taller in the picture? Yeah, I see what he's doing. He wanted to be taller than Sammy. So he got him some high heels. I feel it when I stepped in it. Alright. We all got about the same shoe size. Alright. And let's get down with Old Blue Eyes. They go Old Blue Eyes right there. Oh, I see. I like the square tips. So I got that in common. Alright, let's check them out. He had a little bit of some high heel activities too. No way. Alright. So he had a very, he didn't do one of these like I do. He had a very straight stance. Like I'm like kind of like this here. He had a very straight stance. Dean, he had the vibe. He was just like, what up? He had 1 foot kick. Sammy was full blown freaking cool. Let's see, who's this cat? Alright, well, okay, I'll give him some credit. Joey Bishop. Let's see the Joey Bishop activities. Alright. Joey Bishop. No, that's not Joey Bishop. That's Peter Lawford. This is Joey Bishop. Joey Bishop had the coolest stance. Check him out. Wait. He was just like, what up? Like, that's where you just put all your weight on one leg and you're just like, this is cool. Definitely, this is definitely a spot for pictures. If you got 5 people or whatever, come over here and do that. That's iconic AF. Are those real footprints? I don't know. Cannot confirm nor deny. But it's still pretty freaking cool. And you could do that right there. And then you Photoshop the sign in the back. Alright. That made my entire night. Let's take a moment. That's cool. Yeah, absolutely, Janice. Let's be a lady tonight. Luck if you've ever been a lady to begin with. Luck, be a lady. Schwah. Yo, 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 yo. Yeah, I feel like extra cool right now. I feel like I need to put on a, she's like, no, you're not. I feel like I have to put on a fedora. It's not like I don't have one. You know what else I watched? I'll tell you. I guess we're doing a theme over here now. Let's take all the views in. I'll tell you what else I watched. I watched the first episode of season 2 of Vikings, the Man Bun edition. And I just sit there and grinded my teeth the entire time. I got like real curmudgeon-y and freaking pissed off. I mean, there was some entertainment value, but for the most part, it just pissed me the living F off. The Man Bun edition. Like, they're not supposed to be historically accurate. They're just a bunch of stories compiled together to make something entertaining. But it's just like, I just get tired of like my people having no respect whatsoever. You know, it's just like, really? Like women are in charge of everything in the entirety of Scandinavia, and men are their sidekicks. I mean, I have nothing against women. I love women, every inch of them. But it's not accurate. You know, quit the wokeness already. It's not freaking accurate. And every man is subservient. It's like men are like, oh, great shield maiden, could you teach me please to fight? There's only been one case. I mean, I know it sounds glamorous, shield maiden, blah, blah, blah. There's only one case of it in recorded history. You know, good for her. And there was one other badass that was actually depicted in the new Valhalla, The Man Bun Chronicles. There's some good exploration right here. You know, and she was kind of badass only because she was running around stabbing people. But in this version, they're like, please teach us, oh great goddess of fighting, you know, and let me kowtow. It just was not like that. And like, you know, they're taking the whole diversity thing. Like, no one has to be told. It's like, what if they took like Harriet Tubman and made a movie about Harriet Tubman, right? And made it like an Asian person to play Harriet Tubman. Would that fly on any level? You know, wouldn't people be like, hey, wait a second, you know, you shouldn't be like screwing around with culture and history like that. What if they took like Wang Fei Hung, you know, which is like the John Wayne of China, you know, like I discipled to a dude who's like direct lineage of Wang Fei Hung. You think, like, should a Hispanic dude play him in the next Wang Fei Hung movie? Or a white dude? You know, what's the point? You know, what's being accomplished? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, I just don't. I mean, historically, yes, the Scandinavian people did indeed trade and were cool with Arabia at that point in history. So absolutely, they find Nordic things in Arab countries and Arab things in Nordic countries all freaking day. You can't put a potted plant outside your freaking house in Sweden without finding something from an Arabian country or culture. That's a given. But the way they're portraying it is like, no, you know? Why does everyone get to like just randomly poop on an entire culture? It's like Vogue or something now. I'm freaking cool. Just stop. You think I should watch episode 2 so I could get even more pissed off? I don't think so. Alright, let's see. Let's see what it looks like with... I love the reflection down here, but let's see what it looks like with a little lower exposure. Let's go down. Oh, going down. How's that? No, I think I like where it was before. Honestly, let's jump back up to right there. Let's make a compromise. Yeah, it looks compromising. But does that make sense to anyone? Am I the only one who's like nonplussed by that? You know? And it's not just because I'm Caucasian, you know, which obviously I am, not because I have blue eyes and whatnot, but, you know, come on. I am not the root of all evil. You know, stop trying to tell me I am. Give it up already. I'm not going to believe you. Just stop. Wang Fei Hung, Asian. Harriet Tubman, a black woman. The Jarl of Kattegat, a white dude. Just stop. Just stop. Everyone's okay with it. Everyone accepts it, you know? Like only a few lunatics don't accept it, you know? Like, are they gonna cast, like, me in the remake of Shaka Zulu? No, because no one would accept it, because it's not historically accurate. So what's being accomplished? Just stop. Stop. I think who was I just talking about? Oh, Hollywood. Let my people be. Oh, this is a view and a half. Look at this here. Should I crank it up a little more? All right, let's crank it up a little more. Just a wee bit more. Oh, that's kind of sexy. Ain't no lie. I gotta catch my breath. I got a full-blown freaking rant or since. Exactly, because it's history, and it's about, you know, they talk about cultural identity. You can't be just stripping with it. You know, you can't just strip. I agree with that. Now, the whole cultural appropriation thing, I think is a bunch of horse shit. You know, if I want to grow me some dreads, I'm going to grow me some dreads. You know, if I want to whatever, you know what I'm saying? That don't matter to me. If I want to put on, you know, if I want to drink Modelo, am I appropriating someone's culture? No, there's aspects of cultures that we embrace and enjoy and love and even identify with. I mean, what's the biggest day in the week in America? Taco frickin' Tuesday. Is that cultural appropriation? No. It's showing love that we are just one, that there's one love, and we can take the good that we see in other cultures and attempt to adopt it into our own and embrace it. And that's what brings us together. So when we're in the taco place, there's every MFer in there enjoying frickin' tacos. You know, we understand these things as a populace, but the powers that be are trying to tell us we don't, which is frickin' mind-boggling. We don't have a problem that they're not telling us. It's like, enough. Leave it alone. You know? You want to debate whether Santa Claus was black, white, Asian, or Hispanic? Good for you. He's everyone for everyone because he's a fictitious figure. So when Santa Claus comes rolling up to your house, he's what you need him to be. I'm okay with that. That don't bother me. But don't go messing with history and rewrite it, you know, for the fringe element of society that's, I don't want to see white people, I don't want to see black people, I don't want to see Asian people. F you. Just stop. That we're going to kowtow to this lunatic fringe society? We know how to conduct ourselves. We don't need to be told. Holy cow. Whew. All right. I had to take a step back. But I'm just speaking my truth. What's going on up in here? They're repainting this? No way. I mean, I like Smooth as much as any other cat. He was absolutely freaking amazing in, you know, on Curb Your Enthusiasm. But he's Caesar now. Okay, you know, and then if you ask, you know, the people behind that decision, well, it's for inclusivity. No, okay, I get it. But, whoa, this is, they stripped it. They're redoing it. I can't believe it. That's boss. I get it and everything. And they're like, well, this is what the wokesters will tell you. They will tell you, and I got nothing against the cat or anything else. You people know this for a fact. I've proven it a bazillion frickin' times, so don't come at me. But the wokesters are like, well, you know, it's the idea. It's the idea of, you know, of Caesar. You know, Caesar's just an idea. No, Santa Claus is a fucking idea. Caesar was a human. You know? That's what pisses me off. No, he was a dude. He's part of someone's heritage, you know? Just not, it wasn't an idea, it wasn't a concept, and that's what the wokesters tell you. Well, it's just a concept. Caesar's a concept, so the next one's gonna be a woman, you know? But at what point is there pushback? I'm sure there's women out there who's like, yeah, I want to see Caesar as a woman, but he wasn't, you know? Cleopatra, do you want to see a dude as Cleopatra? Who's pushing for that? I'm not. Let's just leave history the living F alone. Because the kids, they don't know which way is up or down no more. You know, they're so freaking confused. And that's what all this stuff is being aimed at. It's not aimed at us because we know better. It's being aimed at the children. They're going to grow up not knowing shit. Which way's up, which bathroom to use, nothing. They don't know shit anymore. Let's see how quick this gets demonetized. You know, that's what's going on. It ain't about us. This is a long game that's being played. Get a hold of the kids. Teach them Caesar was a woman. Teach them Cleopatra was a cross-dresser. Teach them that the Jarl of Connecticut was a black woman. Teach, you know, some other that, you know, Wang Fei Hung was a white dude and he was an asshole. You know, just like totally screw everything up. Destroy history. Rip the roots right out from under every culture while we're at it, you know? It's not just mine I'm talking about, it's everyone's culture's getting freaking demolished. Whatever. Me ranting isn't gonna do nothing. Nor make me happy. But I am gonna watch episode 2 of Vikings, the man bun version. Viking Valhalla, the Man Bun Chronicles. Oh, great woman of the North, teach all the men how to be fighters, please, we beseech you on hand and knee. What? What? When did that happen? Oh yeah, that's right. On Vikings Valhalla, the Man Bun Chronicles. The Low T Chronicles. Episode 2. Scandinavia suffers from a low T pandemic. Stay tuned for episode 3. See, that's what I talk about, going to find Legos to step on. So I'm going to go frickin' break my own rules about finding Legos to step on tonight and go, like, binge watch the rest of them. Because I'm like, there's got to be some redeeming thing. The scenery's nice. The CGI's pretty frickin' awesome. Ain't gonna lie. But dang. Gives me good fuel to rant about. But are you feeling me at all? Does this make sense? How many of you guys unsubscribed already? How many did subscribe? You're just like, hey, Bror Fredrik, just show us the fountains. I'm giving you good views. I got all the views. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a boss view right now. We're going to climb up here. Because I haven't looked at the chat in like 10 minutes. Wow, let's do some cardio. Wow. Wow. 3 steps at a time. Look at me go. Because I got all that adrenaline pumping right now. Alright, let's see. Raw. Them's the views. I mean, it's a TI. Alright. I got a little bit of water left. Let me suck a little down and we'll talk some more. Alright, another 3 ounces of water. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna look at it right now. Let's see. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? Handcuffs? Heart attacks? Yeah, Lisa Marie passed away. Oh, let's not forget Jeff Beck. You know, I mean, I wasn't a huge Jeff Beck fan until Roger Waters went out on his own and did the pros and cons of hitchhiking. Holy guitar playing in that. Yeah, Jeff Beck, 78 years old. I don't know how old Priscilla Presley is, but, you know, she ain't no spring chicken neither. But still, I don't like to hear stuff like that. That was sad. Yeah, Jeff Beck. Porkenstein, what's going on? Shout out to Scottsdale. What am I checking in chat? What is that? Everyone's telling me to check the chat. I'm trying to scroll back to see what I might have missed. Yeah, Laren, I'm good with men being men and women being women. Call me old-fashioned. Yeah. All right. You know what? I've said this before. You know what men are really, really, really good at? Being men. You know what women are really, really, really extraordinarily good at? Being women. It's kind of simple equation to me. And the only reason that we're having these issues right now is because shit's too easy. You know, we're living in the bubble of, you know, like these good times. Because, you know, this type of lunacy could not exist during difficult times, you know? Like when times are difficult, everyone assumes the role they're supposed to. Just, you know, for the sheer sake of survival. You know, everyone does what they do best. You know? Does anyone out there truly want their daughter drafted? You know, seriously. Well, yeah, if, you know, she's like, stays by, well, and then the argument comes, well, you know, there was USO and there was women who served in match. Yeah, I get all that. Do you want your daughter, your 18-year-old daughter on the front lines? No. Send the young men who are built for hostility, aggression, and violence to get the job done, you know? Everyone assumes their roles by nature once times get difficult. It's just a given. All this lunacy that we're seeing is just a product of a cushy lifestyle. It exists in the bubble of cushiness. But that's just my opinion. Let's get some views here. Hold on. That's a nice view. I gotta trigger the chat one more time. Hold on. I gotta reset it every once in a while because it tends to gank. There we go. Hey, Bror Fredrik, just take us in the Canal shops. Quit your pontificating. But I'm a part-time philosopher. That's part of my charm. What? You want me to sing Love Shack? No. I'm in a love shack. Little lunch place where we can get together. Oh, she's posing with the Ross bags. I want to see her try on all those dresses in those bags and take the pictures. Come on now. She got all the $10 dresses. Every last one of them. She bought out the shelf. Lucky dude. He's gonna be like, what up? Okay. $5 for the dreads. I wish I had hair. I would set up some dreadlocks. I tried to grow the Johnny Depp hair, but it just makes me crazy. I think I lose most of my authority when my hair is longer than it is now. I'm like the opposite of Samson. My hair grows too long. Like, my testosterone falls like 50 points. Gotta stay high and tight. So my testosterone stays high and tight. I appreciate those 5 Bananaramas, but I will dye it blonde. I'll go full blown Eminem for you. Let's see. I don't think she passed away. I don't think she's dead. I think she's just she had a heart attack. I wonder if she got the thing in the arm like all the other people were having them. Oh, no. Those are only 16, 17, and 18-year-olds. No, I think up to 22. All right, hold on. Hold everything. I'm at a ranted so hard. But it was cathartic. I feel better. Do you feel better? That's our buddy blowing the harmonica. You remember him? He's a cool dude. Out here trying to earn. Oh, I'm like pointing over there. Out here trying to earn. Trying to find you the views. Oh, here's the views. Here's the views. I was talking about that. Oh yeah, that's a good view right there. Holy cow. So I might, tomorrow I might go recon the, depends what I have to do tomorrow. I gotta do a bunch of stuff tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to go recon the Cosmo and see how their Wi-Fi situation is. Maybe we'll just do a live stream over there. You know, if they boot us out, they boot us out. Ain't the first time, ain't the last time, but we'll see what happens over there. What up? Oh, that's a good view. That's like, yeah, that's all right. All right, people. I think it's like, let me see what time it is real quick. Yeah, typical hour and a half. I know some people like the 2.5 hours, you know, type of things, but we'll get to them. I like doing the long-ass ones in the studio, you know? Like, I kind of get tired walking around for an hour and a half, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, I appreciate everyone hanging out with me. And one last time, I'm going to invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit that, only 54, hit that bell button to get notified when I do this again, which is 3 to 5 times a week. And if you like to support the channel, you know how to do that. Click on any links in the description below. I got the Venmo, I got the, what else I got? What's the other thing called? Cash App. I got links, I got Olight, best damn flashlights known to man. And don't forget to check me out on Patreon and get yourself a channel membership for slightly more exclusive content, which I'm preparing as we speak. And I enjoyed hanging out with each and every one of you. Not today. I'm gonna do that when we're in a sit-down location. I don't want to do that when I'm walking because I have a list of facts and figures and stuff like that. But I will say, you know, deadlines are approaching. We are definitely going to talk about it. And thank you for reminding me. And thank you for those 5 Bananaramas. I thank you for all the super chats. You guys are awesome. And I appreciate the support a lot. If it wasn't for you guys, I couldn't be out here doing this. And I love yous, and I already miss yous. And we are going out tomorrow night, but hit that bell button anyway, and do the like and the share and the subscribe and the ding ding dings. And on that note, let me get the good views. Bror Fredrik out.